evening, viewers. It's a wonderful Monday. I'm Mrs. JAMILA Musa, aka the professional talker. I am married and blessed with 2 kids. I am a medical personnel who is now a full-time multi-level marketer, a serial achiever, a 2-time SCAR awardee. I am the mother of Team Diamond Crushers. Today, I bring to you a wonderful presenter, leader par excellence, Dr. OBED ENO. We are glad to have you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ajia. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to this day and to this wonderful evening. And viewers, nice to meet you once again. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Can you please tell us a little about yourself?
Well, sometimes I call myself, I have dual citizenship, you know. When you say Cross River, I'm there. When you say Ebonyi State, I'm there. Well, let me say Cross River. My name is Dr. OBED ENO. I'm a businessman. Simply put, forget about the profile. I'm strictly a businessman. I hail from Abubra local government in Cross River State in Nigeria, West Africa. And I'm also a father, a proud father, and a wife to a very beautiful, the most beautiful woman in the world. And
wow.
The gold diamond with Norland Industrial. That's much about me.
Okay. You know, I'm just excited. I don't even know where to start from because I know someone very competent is here today.
Start from anywhere. Anywhere you start is okay. We can continue from there.
All right, sir. Without mentioning the company's name, you know, there is always a first time. This person that push you to start unknowingly, you get yourself into multi-level marketing. How did you start the journey?
Well, that was many years ago. You know, before I got into school, I did business. I learned trade in Abia State, in an area market to be precise. I learned trade for about 8 years and 3 months. And then I also did trading for about 2 years plus, which took me to, I think, 2010. I won't forget that particular year, my goods got confiscated by the customs, and that crippled me in business while I was still in school. So someone introduced me to a network marketing business, and I just had to hold on to that while I was in school as an alternative. But lo and behold, that business was able to see me through school. And when I finished school, I just practiced in some private clinics for about a year and a few months. And I discovered that the industry was huge. Network marketing industry is very huge. And they also have to do with an area where I have passion for, which is health. And I told myself after graduating and, you know, coming out of school, I said, well, if this particular industry called network marketing could help me see myself through school, because I lost my dad while I was in primary school, way back in 1992. And I'm from a family of 9.
Just share as many times as you can.
Yeah, 1992, I lost my dad. I was still in primary school then. And I had this desire to further into university and get to the top in education and probably practice medicine. But, you know, circumstances do not allow. From a family of 9, and I'm the 6th. So probably if I have to wait, I'll wait for the first 5 to go to university before it will get to my turn. And I decided to take the bull by the horn. While I was trading, I was also studying. And eventually my goods got confiscated by the customs because it was tagged as contraband. And network marketing was the industry that saw me through school. And I decided upon myself that if this industry could see me through school, then I should come back to the industry and give back to that industry, which is network marketing. And that was how I found myself into network marketing full-time into network marketing. So for the past, I think for the past 10 years or thereabout now, I've been a bit active into network marketing. But let me tell you something, so far so good. Like you said, without mentioning any company's name, I will say and proudly say that for the past 10 to 11 years that I've been active in network marketing, Norland Industrial Group Limited is the only company that have paid me. Because a lot of people will want to ask, like, how come 10 years, 11 years now in network marketing? That means by now you would have been, you know, a big man, so to say. But none of those companies actually took me as far as I wanted to go, just like the way Norland have actually done. I've tried a lot of companies. I've done about, within that 10 years, I've tried about 6 or 7 different companies. But I discovered that the mistakes was not from the company, it was from me. That is what I actually discovered. The mistakes was not from the company, it was from me. Because I didn't really know what network marketing was. So I was busy choosing the wrong companies and was parading myself as a local champion until I came to my senses. I came to my senses and I now discovered that they actually, well, I say characteristics that you need to identify a good network marketing company. And all these years, I've been doing business with local companies. Local companies, I mean, some of them are franchise, some of them just go behind the house and construct marketing plan. And with all my blood and energy, I will push these companies only to get disappointed at the end of the day. So if you're talking about disappointment in network marketing, I will tell you that I am a chief. I'm a chief in that. I've disappointed myself so many times until I met a young man that I can tag as a god, like small G-O-D. God Almighty used him to open my eyes. In one occasion, while I was having a very big event in the city of Calabar, Cross River State, one of my leaders told me that, look, Doc, if we can get this young man into this our business, then we must have gotten the whole of Calabar, Cross River State. I was like, wow, I think this is the kind of person I need. Only to invite a young man into to come for my seminar, and he got there, and he looked at me and said, my friend, I admire your courage, I admire your commitment, I admire your strength in this business. But let me tell you the honest truth. You guys have a great product in this company, but your marketing plan will not stand the test of time. I was angry with him. Yes, I was angry with him, and I told him, look, if you know you are not here for my business, you can go so that you won't spoil the mind of people. But at the end of the day, it didn't take long. That which he said came to pass. The company crashed. Like I said, they were franchise. And so the same person, by name the King of Norland, King Romeo, got in touch with me when he saw Norland. And today, the story have changed. And I told myself, well, after delaying for some months, delaying for so many months, I finally told myself, well, my wife was the one that told me, actually. My wife told me, look, if this young man is actually the one that told you that the other business will not survive, that means for him to join this business is good. I listened to that statement and I had to give the business a chance. Today, I'm a millionaire. The first time of being a millionaire in network marketing. I think that's so far. That's my story. Network marketing so far. Very interesting.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. You know, in life, you need that one person. So God used that person to change your story.
Of course. Yes, of course.
And when the king of Norland came to you, I'm sure you will be like, I've told him about mine and he was not ready to join me then, despite the fact that you've learned your lesson. Coming back to you to take you to a new company, what made you feel Norland is the best place for you? What got you attracted to Norland that you finally agreed to join the company?
Well, first of all, you know, I told you that when I failed or when I learned my lessons, I wouldn't say when I failed because those businesses prepared me for who I am today. So when I learned my lessons in those companies, when I learned my lessons in those companies, I did not put the blame on anybody. I wouldn't say he was a prophet to have proclaimed message of doom, but I looked at it as if this young man is a professional. And for him to have seen or foreseen this coming, he wouldn't be a part of a bad system. Now, I decided to also do some researches. And that was when I discovered that every other company that I've been doing business with are franchise, and they don't have, their profiles are not thick. They don't have good profile. They don't have history. They're not existing in any other country before Nigeria. They are not the original producers of their product. They are buying products from a company and then using it to design a marketing plan while we champion the business. So at any rate, whenever they fail in their contracts in any area with those companies that they are franchising their product, they are going to seize their license of franchise and the company will collapse automatically. Now, when I discovered that, I had to, on my own, go through Norland's profile. I had to dig deep about Norland's profile. I checked the business. I discovered as at then, the company was in over 48 countries.
Wow.
And they were using the same system. What is applicable in Nigeria is applicable in US, is applicable in South Africa, is applicable in Ghana, and every other country. They were dealing on international currency with the same standard and mode of operation. I was fascinated. And I also discovered that the CEO of the company is the owner. Is the owner of the company, is the one who does the research and is a medical cosmetologist. So he's also into the field of medicine. So it's not like one of the companies I did that a politician is championing a network marketing program. And he doesn't know anything about whatever advice you give him is what it takes. But this one, he is the owner of this company. He manufactures, he researches, manufactures, produces all the products, and then they are also marketing this product, not through any other means, but through network marketing alone. Wow. I also discovered that the company does not just deal on network marketing on its, in fact, network marketing as at then was the least of what the company does. So it was like, this is just a new mode of operation. What one of the entities we just added to over 23 entities that is already existing. So we decided to choose network marketing because we wanted to give back to the world and then let the world know that there's a better solution and approach to health. So being that much passionate in health, I also did research on their products. And I discovered that it's a breakthrough product. Why I say that is because most of their product, especially the flagship product, cannot be found any other place in the world or mimicked or even imitated. They are the original producer. In fact, I saw a lot of information that convinced me on my own that this is the right business for me. And then the marketing plan also busts my brain. At the end of the day, the equal mark we are looking for, the arrow is pointing to our pocket. So I also have to look at, what does the company have for me? know, I know what I do. When I join a business, I know what I can do. I know how much effort I put in. So I didn't want the past experience I had to repeat itself again. I don't want a situation where I will qualify for a car and I won't be given. I don't want a situation where I will qualify for a trip and I will be given product in exchange to sell. I don't want a situation where I will qualify for a car and they will keep postponing the award. So I had to look into the marketing plan and I asked questions. By the time I asked questions, Romeo told me then that there is nothing like compulsory authorship. Those things that were bottlenecks, they were like bottlenecks in most other companies. I've lost money. I was sick, Ajia. Let me tell you a story. Sorry, I'll have to take your time. You know?
No, I'm so ready for you.
Let me tell you a story. I was sick in one of the business I did. I was sick and I was in the hospital. And because of the level of, you know, my health, the degeneration in my health, I was so down that I forgot and I did not do my monthly maintenance.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir. You are shouting, oh, I know it has happened to you. I did not do my monthly maintenance. And just a day passed that I forgot to do the monthly maintenance. And I had to jump from the bed because I know everything is gone. Ajia, I lost my, then no company was paying us weekly. They were paying us monthly at the end of the month. They didn't even have a good automatic tracking center, which is the back office. So even the software was tampered with in a way. So I couldn't do that authorship. I lost my bonus for the whole of that month.
Oh my God.
I also lost my incentive for the whole of that year.
Uh-oh.
So I qualified for a car, and because I did not do 1 month authorship,
you lost it.
I was denied a car. I personally had to quit the business because of that. My upline did everything possible to get. I said, I'm not doing it again. But I was sick. I was down.
You can imagine
you can imagine the pain. So when I was told that in Norland, authorship is not compulsory. You only earn extra bonus if you do authorship. But if you don't do authorship, you can also earn other bonuses. I had to pause and ask him, are you sure? You know, a lot of bottlenecks. Yeah, a lot of bottlenecks that were removed. Weekly payment. This is the first time I'm earning on a weekly basis in the network marketing business. And also earning in 6 figures, 7 figures. Now, I asked, are you sure? He said he's sure. I also discovered that after you register, you get product of your choice. The businesses I did were paying you or giving you your this thing on combo. Whether the product you are looking for is there or not, you collect it. That is the combo.
That's what your combo is.
Of money you have paid. So I was told that in Norland, whatever you want, you pick, provided you arrive at the required PV. I said no problem. I also got another shocking information that the company gives you free product for introducing somebody into the business. So I now paused and asked myself, how real can this be? On the other hand, where have this company been all this while that other companies have been ripping us apart and taking all our effort for granted? I now saw the one that had to shock me the most, which is the maintenance bonus. The way the generations were also placed down to 6 generations, 7 generations, it started increasing. I had to call someone else. I said, Romeo, do you have somebody that is bigger or higher than you in this business? He had to link me over to Kenny then. And I had to ask Kenny, I said, come on, how is this company making money? Because the thing is it sounds too good to be true. Yeah, it sounds too good to be true. And he had to give me the explanations and so on and so forth. And I said, okay, I called Romeo. I said, okay, I'm ready. I'm in business. But you know, as at then, I didn't have money.
Despite all the companies.
I can tell you, yes, I can assure you right now in this interview, Ajia, a lot of people that are bragging in most companies out there, they don't have money. They don't have money. A lot of them don't have money. So many of those people in those companies are just bragging with empty money. I was in that shoe before. And I told him, how are we going to do this? He said, just look for money. I said, okay. But before I started looking for money, my spirit was already high. I was already fired with what I saw in Norland. I was ready. I was boiling for the business. So I started even recruiting before I even did my own registration.
Wow.
I sent somebody to go to Lagos office from Lagos, and the person called them, met the country manager, and was ready to sign up. But me, I'm not signed up. And Mr. Kenny was calling me to bring my my ID number for sponsor and placement. And the rest is story. We're able to put things together. We came on board. I came on board as an entry member. As a then. But today, we have more than 6-7 accounts. Least is silver member. And we are making money in the business.
OBED is saying right now, because it's getting hotter already. Right on, sir.
All right. So that's just it. And I think so far, Norland is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Or let me say it's one of the best things that has ever happened to me, especially in my career as a network marketing guru, as a network marketer. It has done a lot for me. It has changed my life around. It has,
wow.
it has changed not only my life, but the life of the people around me. And every day, you see, I see myself going higher from one particular step of progress, yet to another. It has also taught me a lot. It has taught me perseverance. It has taught me dedication. It has taught me focus, especially Norland.
Okay.
All right.
Now that you are already a 7-figure earner weekly in Norland, a gold diamond, and before getting to a gold diamond, definitely you've qualified for luxury car, apart from the yearly cars Norland leaders qualified. Can you please tell us what you did, what you put in place that got you to this stage you are today? I'm sure you were not just sleeping or just talking. You put 1 or 2 things.
As the saying goes, nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. And as one of our mentors always say, he says that everybody can be wealthy, but not everybody will. Everybody can be wealthy, but not everybody will. Now, I think there was a time I made a post. I said, network marketing is not for the weak. Network marketing is for those who are ready to shoulder pains and yet keep their heads high. But the thing is that it is the best profession ever, because there is no other place in the world where you can make it and make it real good without feeling pain. You must have to put in something before you get something. The same thing is applicable to network marketing. Any business, anything you're doing that doesn't give you pain before you reap, please, you have to run away from it, because it says that there's dignity in labor. So with all this I've said, I knew that I needed to work. And I knew when I saw the requirement, personally what I did, and let me also say this. One thing that actually attracted me to Norland again is that they don't have target. When they say there's no, they say there's no target in Norland, I was like, wow. Yeah, I was like, wow. That means I can work at my own pace. But that didn't put me in a state where I was so relaxed and I had to go into my comfort room and relax now. Maybe whether 5 years or 10 years, provided I get there at any time. No, I didn't do that. I had to give myself a target. And I told myself, in the next 1 year or 2 years in this business, I want to regain every single thing I've lost in network marketing.
Wow.
The first thing I did was that I had to give myself a target. And I gave myself a target with a date. And I said, between this time and this time, I want to recover every single thing I've lost in network marketing. That was my target as at then when I started. And to get this, I needed to be on my toe. Let me also tell you that my last company that I did disappointed themselves and left me when I just married. I just got married. So maybe as I am, I didn't know what was first honeymoon. I don't understand anything they call honeymoon, because I just finished my wedding and I discovered that the company has packed back to where they are coming from. So it was like I didn't have anything with me. So since there was no honeymoon, I had, they say anger. Anger is a very beautiful gift from God. It depends on what you are angry for and what you are angry about. I was angry then about my condition. I wanted to change everything around me. I wanted to change it for good and for better. I just can't get somebody's child and keep into my house and it begins to get hungry. For what? And I didn't have any other job I was doing. So I knew, I was confident. First of all, I was convinced that this business was for me. And unless you have that personal conviction, even if your family gives you 30 million to come and do Norland, if you don't have the personal conviction, you are going nowhere. That money won't work. If you don't have your personal conviction, no matter what anybody does to assist you and push you, it will have a limit.
Wow.
But your determination. So I decided on my own that I was going to do something. So I got to go to work. If you ask the king of Norland, he will tell you that as at when I now joined Norland, as at then, he had collected his first SUV. I mean, Romeo had collected his first SUV. So myself and Romeo was among those who used the SUV. We traveled. We went places. We traveled. I would be in Abakaliki. Romeo will come from Calabar, pick me in Abakaliki after seminar. We'll leave there to Enugu. From Enugu, we'll leave to Abuja. From Abuja, we'll travel to Jos on road. From Jos, we had to go to Makurdi. From Makurdi, we came back to Ikom. From Ikom, back to Calabar. That was, we were everywhere. We were everywhere. We were ready to work. So it didn't just come at a platter of gold. We put in efforts. We put in our heart and effort, and we put in our work, our best. And that is why we are where we are today. It didn't take up to a year in the business. It didn't take me up to a year, about 8 to 9 months or thereabout in the business. Like joke, like a dream. For the first time, I laid my hand in the first car. I qualified in Norland, and the first car I actually drove in network marketing. I qualified for other cars, and I never saw the cars with my eyes. But for the first time, I was called on phone to submit my details because my car was being registered. And precisely by June 20, I think it was June 22nd, 2019, I was officially handed over my brand new tear rubber SUV, which I am still using up to date. So then it was like a dream to me. But looking back, I am fulfilled because I know and I could see and remember the effort I put in. And I saw it, I was happy and fulfilled that at least I have for once gotten the reward or the result of my hard work and labor.
Wow, wow, wow. I can see a lot of things that you've put in place. All right, guys, if you are with us today, you can see that Dr. Obed just made mention of a few things he put in place before he got to where he is today. Actually, he is a 7-figure earner. And you know what it means? Ask yourself, what will 7-figure do to you weekly? We are not talking about lifetime. We are talking about weekly, not monthly. So he first and foremost, he said he gave himself a target. Despite the fact that Norland Industrial Group of Companies is not giving anyone targets, you work as you just get paid as you go. That's how Norland is. The way you take your work, that's the way you get your earnings. But personally, he took that upon him to give himself a target. He was persistent. he gave his self a time frame to achieve all what he think he have lost in the previous companies in multi-level marketing. He was focused. The determination was just super. And you know, today he has a story to tell. So before you get to anywhere you are aspiring to get, you need to put some things in place, which of course Dr. Obed and many other leaders did. So, sir, with all these things you've gone through, what were the challenges you faced in the process of the journey? What were your challenges? Dr. Obed, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, challenges is already part of life. Yeah, I'm here with you. Challenges are already part of life. I had my own challenges anyway, a lot. One of the challenges I had that actually, I think, can I still remember? I know there were challenges, but can I still remember precisely the one that was much more challenging? As at then, I was ready to eat my challenge. I was ready to eat my challenge. So I think by now I would have eaten some of those challenges and I've swallowed them. So I can't really remember which ones were challenges to me. Again. So first of all, I had one of the challenges I had then was I felt I had limitations. I felt I had limitations when it comes to movement. When it comes to movement, I think I had limitations. I can remember that there are some times I want to go and see a prospect. I want to go and see a prospect, maybe prospect in another state or somewhere. And I will have the limitation of not the transport, but where will I stay? Okay. But you know, the truth is that they say when there is a will, there is a way. I will leave to go and see a prospect, and I'll tell the prospect I'm coming. I will come. When do you want me to come? And he will say, can you come? So I'll say I will come. And then I will start looking for money in one way or the other to go. You know, as at then, one of the challenges we had, I think I'm coming up now. One of the challenges we had then was that the business didn't have results. The business didn't have results. So it was difficult for people to believe what we're saying.
I see.
Very, very, it was difficult. People could hardly believe you, especially when they have just been dealt with by the almighty MMM. That was when MMM had dealt with a lot of people. Yes. And by the time you go to talk to somebody and you just mention net, before you put the work, you to finish. Before you put net, they will walk you out immediately. So the challenge now was trying to get people to understand what we're doing and to understand where we're going. So if you imagine when you tell somebody, or ask somebody, you tell somebody about the business and they tell you, have you qualified for your own car? And you say, no, I'm yet to qualify. I say, okay, go. When you qualify, you come. And I wonder how you are going to qualify for the car if the person does not join you in the business. I wonder how that is going to be, possible in the business. Now, some people will even tell you it's the same team, MMM or this one. They won't allow you to say anything. Now, you can imagine a situation where you have a lot to say and a lot to offer, and yet you are not given an opportunity to say anything at all. So these were challenges we faced, so that a lot of people that we talk to in the business, then it is now that they are joining. So yeah, why? Because they felt as at then there was nothing to show. But now they have seen that the business have actually transformed their lives and the lives of many other people. So they will be like, oh, I think this is real. This one is true. It is now that they are joining. So those were the early challenges that we faced. I don't think the challenges were too much because The company was ready for business. They gave us the best of everything. And then we had the best platform ever to trade and run our business. But like I said, reaching out to prospects as at then, because, you know, if you're not getting people into the business as much as possible, you know, the money comes and it comes in little quantity or drops. You also have responsibilities as a family man. I know when you drop money from the little you're making in the business when you started, you will have a challenge of logistics to move to the next place or to somewhere else. But we're able to we're able to, you know, find our way out of those challenges. And here we are today. And we believe that with the result that the business have got, with where we are today in the business, some of those challenges we faced can no longer be seen anymore, because we have uplines that have achieved much more in the business. And we can make reference to them and say, the king of Norland makes over 30 million a week. Look at the houses Norlanders are launching in the business. Look at this and that. Look at, we play videos of achievements in the business, and they are huge, counting into billions of dollars that have been achieved in Nigeria alone. Look at the house of Dr. Ekanem and the wife. Look at the house of Bless in Anyekan. Look at the Romeo's house, and a lot more. Look at the cars. Today, we are no longer talking about cars in Norland. The cars are everywhere. People will join the business. We were able to achieve, some of us were able to achieve those cars in about a year in our business. But today, people who join, even in their first time in network marketing, they can achieve those cars in few months. Not even up to half a year, they have achieved those cars because the results are already speaking. So I think we have to pay the price so that we'll be where we are today. So if anybody wants to deceive or tell you that you won't have challenges in the business, the person is actually lying. But the truth about it right now, as I speak, is that those challenges have been reduced to the barest minimum. If there is any challenge at all, that challenge will be the one that you've put upon yourself. The one that you put upon yourself not to decide to do the business of Norland Industrial Group Limited.
Wow. All right. Can you please tell us 2 or more things that you did to overcome the challenges? You know, sometimes people find themselves in problem, but they don't know what they did. Like for the time that you were not having results, what were you telling people to make them understand that this is a good business? Or maybe people that think the likes of Norland and MMM are the same thing, what were you telling them to make them understand that they differ? So can you please tell us few clues of what you did, so that in case if someone can find himself in such kind of situation, he has 1 or 2 things to so.
All right. I believe so much that apart from what I'm going to tell you, apart from what I'm going to say now, I personally believe in self-development or personal development. I have that as my principle. Self-development. You know, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that the company will provide, but there are also a lot of things the company won't tell you. It's left for you as an individual to search out answers to your questions. Now, in marketing, there's what we call dress rehearsal. In marketing, there's what we call dress rehearsal. Under dress rehearsal principle, it says that you need to put yourself in the shoes of your prospects or in the shoes of your customers. What that means is that you need to sit down and ask yourself those critical questions that your prospect will ask you. Those questions that you can call a conversation stopper. Because there are some questions that your prospect will ask you and you can't say anything further. They have knocked you out. So first of all, sit down, ask yourself those questions that they are supposed to ask you, and then do your personal researches, provide convincing answers to those questions. And then when you answer the questions as if you're answering it to the prospect, and listen to yourself. If you are able to convince yourself that that answer is correct and is capable of convincing somebody, or even convincing you, first of all, then it's capable of convincing someone else. I'm saying this because apart from what the company put on ground, I had to also go into my personal research. And that is why I agree with a lot of people, a lot of trainers who tells us that the best thing you need to do in this business to get to the top is knowledge. In fact, you don't even have to go into prospecting without having knowledge of what you want to say. So first of all, you need knowledge, enough knowledge, if not accurate knowledge of what you want to present. So what I did first was to develop myself. I went into researches, based on my field of study. I like research. If this product is this, how can it do this, or how does it do this? I had, normally, first of all, let me talk about the product. Medically, it is counterproductive to have a theory or to support a theory that says that one particular product takes care of a lot of diseases. You are a medical person and you understand what I'm talking about. Such theories are subject to evaluation and criticism. Yeah. And in fact, if you make such a statement, you have to defend it. So I had to say, okay, if this product is said to do this, GI Vital takes care of ulcer, it takes care of oral sores, skin burns, and the rest of what actually is in this. How does it do what they say it does? So when I was able to gather those knowledge and those information, I also looked at the marketing plan also, like you said, to find out the difference between this particular business and MMM or other Ponzi schemes, or even other companies that have products. Other companies that have products. Apart from the Ponzi schemes, there are companies that have products, but are not doing as well as Norland. So what are those things that actually made Norland ahead of their own? Number one, their products are breakthrough products, backed up by a lot of medical and regulatory bodies, certified globally, given free sale certificate. The product have also led the company to become part of NASDAQ, and so on and so forth. So I was able to get these things together. I was also able to note that one reason why it is far away from Ponzi is that it has something you get instantly in exchange for the money you pay. So most of the Ponzi schemes, when you pay money, you just have to go and wait for a particular period of time. And I ask people, what if on the course of waiting, you open the website and the thing refuses to open? What will you do? You are doing Ponzi scheme and you put money online and you go and open website and the website is refused to open, which is what a lot of them are suffering today. And when you open the website, refuses to open, what will you do? And I said, if it's in my company, I already have the product already, 100% of my money. And if I sell it, I will make profit and I'll get my money back. So it's 0% risk. There's no risk attached to it. Number two, the products are health-related products and they are adding value to one's life, to people's life. With the level of efficacy of the product, I knew that there were a lot of people who had different health challenges that I can help. I can render solutions to. So apart from helping the society at large to find their way to their dream life, the company also provides instant return of your money through products. And then by means of the product, as you consume them, they add value to your life through healthy living. So some of this information that I gathered convinced me first that the company is the right place to go. And with that, I was able to convince the people I was talking to know that this company is actually different from others. And I want to say this. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, until you convince yourself first in this business, you cannot convince another person. It's very difficult, if possible at all.
All right. I hope we are all getting value Don't forget to share, tag your loved ones, post watch parties, share, 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 share. This video needs to get to the last or the least people you expect in your on your timeline. All right, sir. With all the challenges, were there times you felt like giving up? Hello, sir.
Aja, that question
Yes,
hits me. Oh.
Make it hit you.
That question hits me.
I want it to hit you.
Yeah, it hits me very well because there were many times. Wow. Many times I felt like giving up, honestly. You know, in life, although it's very challenging, but don't compare yourself with another person. And don't be in competition with anybody apart from yourself. Be in competition with yourself. And the way to check your level of competition with yourself is to know or to see, evaluate yourself whether you're actually making progress. Where you are now and where you were yesterday, are you going up or coming down? That is the only comparison you should give. I'm saying this because there was a time I got it all wrong. You know, I think there were a lot of people that I came into the business before them. But these people today, some of them are blue diamond, some of them are red diamond. I signed up before them in the business. Yes, some of them were people who attended seminars in a place where I did presentation. Now, if you're not careful about the way you compare yourself with people, you might begin to feel like, well, it's like this business is not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me. If it were for me, how come that these people are here? People I came into this business before them. People that are actually presented and they were raising their hand in seminars, and I was asking them, hey, what is your question? They will ask and I will answer. But today they are ahead of the business, and you are still, you are still coming behind. Sometimes ago, that was one cause of discouragement to me. It almost became a cause of discouragement to me. Another cause of discouragement to me was, at some point, because this business has to do with people. It has to do with people. Managing people and their emotions are very, very difficult. Now, we are not like God, who sees the heart of people or the heart of men, and who is able to read the heart and interpret or know the inclination of man. We are not like God. We can only see what we perceive, and we can only interpret what we perceive and what we see and hear. That's only what we know. Now, why I'm saying this is because I had a lot of leaders, I had a lot of people in the business who came into the business, and there are some people you have in this business and you'll be like, wow, I'm made already. And you'll be happy, wow, I've gotten this person, only for you to be looking for those people tomorrow. They are not there. They have run away to go and do one cheap Ponzi scheme or the other that they feel is going to give them urgent money. I also had a lot of them in the business who ran away. They ran away from the business. And before I knew, on their timeline on Facebook, they started posting a lot of other business and a lot of other companies. I was also discouraged after putting in a lot.
All you had.
Taking night bus.
Your time
now, there was we don't know what they call plane or flight. Now we can book flight even the same day and say, please, I have a meeting in Lagos. And then we'll take night bus, so that we could get there the following day early in the morning. And we'll look for a place and take our bath and change and go for the business meeting. People you suffered like that for in the business, brought them into the business, coach and mentor them, only for them to leave you and go for a cheap Ponzi scheme business. Man, it was very, 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 very discouraging at that point in time. And then a lot more of discouragement. You know, they were discouraging, very, very discouraging. You know, and at that point, I felt like, man, let me take my certificates and get back to the street and look for a job. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm the kind of person that if I put my head in something, until that thing stops, me, I won't stop. Until that thing stops, I won't stop. So in as much as I had those challenges and felt like quitting the business, I also told myself that this business is the only business you are doing that you want to quit while the business is still on. Other businesses, you will remain and the business will leave you. True. Why is it that you want to leave this one while the business is still on? And then I also saw that apart from the fact that I was being discouraged to that level, a lot of people were actually making it in the business. The business was booming. People were going higher and moving. So the best thing I could do for myself is to completely, you know, get those people out of my mind and keep them aside and started the business afresh all over again. All over again, I had to start the business. Now, it is now that most of them are coming to take over the account to work the business. Now, imagine that I quit the business. Those people wouldn't have been back today.
Yes.
Because it is, they look at me and they say, wow, we admire your patience, your courage, your commitment, your passion, and your focus in the business. I think, give me my ID. Let me have my ID. I want to start up the business after over 2 years. So it is just like that. There are times also that you feel like quitting, or one might feel like quitting in the business, but you need to ask yourself, why did I join the business? Why did I come into this opportunity in the first place? And until that why is found, until you're able to discover why, if you have not discovered why, the business is still on. You have to be in the business and answer that why through the business. If it's for discouragement, it will come. If it's about a feeling of thinking about to quit in the business, at one point or the other, it will come, or it might come. But remember that there are people you have already told that the business is the best. So why are you quitting if the business is the best? There are people that are looking up and saying, well, I can't do the business, you know, I'm busy. It's not that they are busy. They want to watch you and see what you can achieve. So it's either you prove them wrong or right. If you quit, they are right. But if you remain and you make it to the top, then you are right and they are wrong. So those were things that motivated me. And today I've actually proven them that they were wrong and I am right.
Wow. That's amazing. But despite the bigger why you have, because of course, I'm sure that was what kept you on track. Do you have something like that was really giving you cushion, that was cushioning you, as in giving you hope? What was it? A training? Were you having a mentorship that was really giving you that support to now guide you and take you away from thinking about quitting? All right, guys. If you are with us today, you can.
All right. Just give me a second.
Yeah, it's okay. Take care of yourself. All right, guys. If you are with us this evening, you can see that Dr. Obed made mention of a few things he did when he felt like giving up. His why kept him moving because he has a bigger why. What is your why? Start asking yourself, if you don't have a why, even when you've joined the business or when you are about to join the business, you should have a why. Why do you think you need multi-level marketing? Why do you think you need to partner with Norland? Is it the financial independence? Is it the products? Whatever it is, get your why. Let that why guide you, because you feel like that's why it keeps you back on track, which is what exactly happened to Dr. Obed. Another thing he said was, you need to prove your doubters wrong. You know, when you join the business, a lot of people feel, just give her a few times, she will stop. or just give her a few months. She will jump to another business because they know maybe you are not consistent and a focused leader. But you need to prove them that you've gotten somewhere better. You need to prove it to them that this is somewhere you need to try. So all those things are one of the things that you need to put in place that will definitely put you on track. All right, sir, I'm trying to summarize what you just said. So I was asking you that with all the challenges, despite the fact that you told us about the why you had, which was your main reason that we were on track, you know, were there things that were cushioning you, that were giving you support system that you think someone somewhere will benefit from it, that you can share with us? Maybe if you have some mentors that guide you or things like that.
All right. The truth about life. The truth about life is that if one does not have a mentor in whatever he's doing, then that person is sitting on a long thing. The person is sitting on a very long thing. In network marketing, you know, I used to call it after the name of a particular football club. I said, network marketing is like Liverpool. Never walk alone. Yeah, you never walk alone. It's not, yeah, it's not alone. It's not a lone business. The day you decide to do network marketing alone is the day you will stop network marketing, because you get frustrated with the business. Because I think it's just like walking against the force of gravity. So walking alone in network marketing is like you're walking against the force of gravity of network marketing. You must fall down. There's no two ways about it. So there's nothing like saying you are one-man squad, because you are looking for people and people need you. So once you come into the business, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need a leader. And the earlier you discover that, the better for you, so that you will not come into the business and start making trouble with whoever brought you into the business. I think whatever trouble, whatever comes as a challenge in the business, you need to sort it out as fast as possible, because you need each other. So I had mentors. I had a mentor then. I think till today is still my mentor and my best of choice of mentors. Mr. Romeo Ode is my upline, is my mentor and my coach. That everything that I had as a challenge, I will call him immediately. And if he doesn't have the answer, he will call somewhere else and get the answers for me. And I give it up to him on that. So I remember in some occasions, I'll be all for prospecting, especially in the area of the marketing plan, which I didn't really understand much. So I will call him. I will be with a prospect and they will ask me a question. There are sometimes they'll ask me a question and I will behave as if I will crack a joke and we will laugh. And when we laugh, I'll tell them, excuse me, let me go and ease myself. I will go out and call Romeo. I will go out and call Romeo. In the bathroom, I'll say that, oh, God, I beg. I'm sitting on the hot seat now. Look at the question they're asking me. Yeah, because sometimes if you don't act that way, prospect will feel you don't even know what you are saying. So the level of belief will decrease and the level of disbelief will increase. So I had to do it that way, and I'll go and ask Romeo, he'll tell me this is it, this is that, this is the way it is. I'll say, okay, I'll come back. I say, hey, back to your question. I will now answer the question as if I knew the answer before I went to go and eat myself. you get.
Wow.
So yeah, so I had him as a mentor, as a coach. I had my research materials, because what you also read is your companion, is what guides you. What you feed your mind with is what also, directs or gives you direction or wherever you're going in life. is also what influences your direction in life. So I also read books, and then other leaders. There were other leaders that I could call, I can look up to, because sometimes I also discovered that my mentors might be busy and will not be, up to pick up my calls immediately. I had them as mentors, and I will also reach out to some other leaders. And let me use this opportunity to commend the national, will I call it brotherhood, the national brotherhood of Norland, Nigeria. We have been so good to ourselves, and I think it has contributed immensely to where we are today as the leading country in Africa in this business. Almost chasing the highest leaders in the world, which is China. And I know if we continue the way we are going to beat, and we are going to succeed in going to the top in the business. Now, let me read out this. This is actually a comment. A comment. Why I say I'm giving it up to us in Nigeria is because so many of us, highest percentage of us, have learned to carry each other along, whether they belong to our team or not. I have benefited from that. I knew when I could call Dr. Emmanuel Kanem and he would give me ideas about the business. I knew when I could call I think some person here, then Madam Success too. I know when I could call Madam Success in Lagos. I knew when I could chat up Udagobong Henry, Glory them. I knew when I could, a lot of them, I could chat up then, and they were giving me information. I think there were some mentors in the business, as at then. But today we have them, so many of them. And I think today, I got, or yesterday rather, today, around 11:31, I got a message from one of the Norlanders in South Africa, though not in our team, but in another team in South Africa. And he said, and I quote, "If there's one thing I have learned from Nigerian team, is that you have stood with each other until you all reach the top."
Wow.
You really are an inspiration to us who gave up when troubles came to our Norland ship. I always read your motivations, and I always watch my Norlanders from Nigeria. All of you, Team Nigeria, you are the reason why I am starting Norland journey afresh.
Wow.
I believe that God has a purpose for all of us. I wish you and your team a great success. All the best, my brother.
Wow.
How do you feel about that?
Delighted. Superb.
So the world is looking at us. They are seeing us. The way we started, we are moving up, we are going higher. Let's not give up in that. Let's continue to be our brother's keeper, mentors to ourselves, share information and knowledge that you have. It is to the growth of the entire business. Someone might do it for your downline, you do it for another person's downline, we'll all reap the profit together. So to all those who have been my mentors in the past, I want to use this opportunity to say once again, thank you for being there for me and for taking me thus far. I appreciate you. And to all who will also want me to be their mentor, I am here for you as I've always been. There are a lot of people who approach me, they talk to me about this or that, they consult me on the product combinations on this. I also, sometimes I even talk to their patients. Some of the patients want to quit taking the products or this. I'll find out what the problem is and they continue in the plan. It gives me joy as much as I know that it gives those who have been doing it before.
Wow. All right, guys. If you are with us, you can hear that Dr. Obed just made mention of a mentor. Who is your mentor? If you don't have one, please try and get. Because a mentor is that safe place we can run to for support, for advice, anything that has to do with the business. And there is no business that doesn't have problems. So anytime you are in trouble while in business, you should have someone that will guide you and guide you right. All right, sir. Final word. Sorry, before we get there, looking at where you are coming from and where you are today, are you with me? So anytime you are in trouble,
yeah,
If you are watching it, can you please off it? Looking at where you are coming from and where you are today, what are you grateful for? Looking at where you are coming from and where you are today, are you with me? So anytime you are in trouble,
I'm with you.
Looking at where you are coming from and where you are today, what are you grateful for?
Well, you know, it is said that the future they say that the future is today. The future is today in relation to where you want to be. We say the future is today. Looking back, it's been awesome. Like I said, where I was yesterday is not where I am today. And I know that as long as Norland lives and God is alive, kudos also to my team members across Nigeria and Africa. As long as we are in this business together, I mean, where the future is only what we can imagine. So for me, I have my vision. I have where I want to be in the business. I know where I want to be in the business in the next 1 year. I know where I want to be in the business in the next 5 years. But I have also the time I want to officially retire in the business, and I've also written down what I want to achieve in the business before I retire in the business. So far so good. It's been a good one. We are still in the business, and the business is still very 100% ready for us. So we are just, in short, for me, I am starting Norland all over again. I'm starting Norland afresh, all over again. Let me assume that whatever has happened, anything that happened in the past. I am starting Norland afresh, because I can see that a lot of things that we have achieved was achieved on top of mistake. Well, or let me not say on top of mistake. It was achieved out of ignorance. If you understand exactly what I mean, I'm not trying to be negative or being sarcastic in a way, but what I'm saying in essence is, we've done it based on what the knowledge we are having about the business and the exposure we are having about this business. There are some things we did to get here that we didn't do right. There are some information that we thought was like this. We didn't know they were better. There were things we were telling people that this is just what Norland can do. We didn't know Norland can do more. Now, with the exposures we have now, and with the ignorance that we had in the past, we are able to get to where we are now. So, Aja, tell me, now that we know better, now that we can see further, what do you think the future will look like? Your guess is as good as mine.
Very bright.
So yeah, so I know the future is bright for all of us. The future is bright for me. And I'm just keeping my head up, straight up, focused on my goal and my vision. And until I get there, I will continue to run like a madman in the business. I'm continue to be a raving fan in the business. Like our late beloved coach, Master Obon King said, he said, a man with a vision is a madman until his vision is realized or his vision is accomplished. And that is just my mindset for now. The only thing I can say for now is, ladies and gentlemen, watch my space and see what is going to unfold or eventually happen in the nearest future. But don't just sit down and watch. Join us, because there is no other business There is no other business. There is no other entrepreneurial skill that you can have that can be compared to network marketing.
True.
And especially in Norland. So far, so good. I can categorically state. Why I'm saying this is because I've actually checked some systems, some pay plans, some marketing plans of some companies and so on. Every company is unique in its own way. But my dear, Norland beats. Norland is still leading. I'm yet to see a company that's going to lead Norland. I'm not saying it because I'm in Norland. I'm saying it because I've seen, I've studied, I've seen, and I know that that is the honest truth about the matter. So if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, which is an option with the kind of economy that we are running today in the country, with the way we are, the country is officially into another recession. And our Naira is devalidating. Just this January, UBA in the news was said to have set up about, I think how many thousand people have been laid off their job? I think 2,000 have been laid off their job in UBA. Every day people lose jobs. But how many days have you heard that people lost job in Norland? Because it's not a job, it's partnership, it's an entrepreneurial business. So it's a platform where you need to join, you need to come on board, let's do this business. Come and solve your problems, man, for God's sake. The people that are making it here, they don't have two heads. I don't have two heads. Hajia doesn't have two heads. Romeo, they better see. Dr. Kanem, they don't have two heads. They all have the same. We were all born in the same. Every day, each of us that were born and we cried for ourselves. We cried for ourselves. So don't even think that in life you come and sit down and somebody will come to control your life, to give you and spoon feed you. It doesn't happen anywhere. You have to also succeed for yourself, because you came to the world and you cried for yourself. You have to succeed for yourself. And one of the best places that success can be found is in Norland Industrial Group Limited. The results are everywhere. It is everywhere. And there is no need to brag about it, because we have something to show. And I am for sure, I'm definite that if you are part of this business, you are going to have something to show in the nearest future.
Wow. Wow. All right, sir, a final word. What do you have to tell people in Norland?
I am for sure definite that if you are part of this group, you are going to have something to show. All right.
Wow. All right, sir, a final word. What do you have to tell people in Norland?
Well, I think I have something to say to people in Norland and to say to people who have not joined Norland. Okay, I think I've talked to people who have not joined Norland to be part of the business. It is cool, it's unique, it's the best. In fact, Dr. Kanen once said, if you see somebody that he asks about Norland, the person say he has not joined, he will ask the person, are you okay? And I was talking to somebody today, and one of my new prospects that just got signed up today, I was showing him he saw the profile. He said, what? Are you actually this, loaded? I was like, have you even seen profile? So I said, all these people you're seeing, I brought out the flyer and I showed him. I said, that flyer contained close to 50 people. I said, all these people you see here, I can tell you that all these people you see here have very heavy profile behind them. Almost all of them are graduates, and they are doing this business and they are succeeding in the business. Now they are doing the business, succeeding in the business, and most of them have left what they were doing to give 100% attention in this business. That is because what they were doing have failed them, or they were just managing there. So for those of us who are already in the business, my word for you tonight is focus. My word for you tonight is focus. We have seen how a lot of, don't be distracted by so many things. I know there are a lot of things that can distract you. We have a lot of things to think about every day, but don't allow those things to make you lose focus in the business. Always try to, whatever you're doing, find a way of making yourself happy, keep your emotions together, find a way of, not allowing challenges to cloud your emotions, because If your emotions are not intact, I can tell you, you might not be able to deliver. You may be inactive in the business for as long as that emotion remains that way. So find a way to always do what will make you happy. Be honest about the business. Dishonesty can kill the business for you, but not for me, not for Norland. Norland will remain, but dishonesty can actually kill the business for you. So be honest. We have more than enough value and truth to tell than lies. We have so much truth to tell than lies. Tell the truth, leave the lies. Be personally convinced. Always add to the level of what you have got as knowledge about this business. That is what will keep you afloat. So that when you make presentations, what you said today is not what you're going to say tomorrow. It's not what you're going to say next tomorrow. Anytime people come to your program or people listen to you, they should hear different things they've never heard before. And that cannot be achieved if you don't have knowledge or if you don't add to the supplies of your knowledge on a daily basis. So as leaders, as distributors of Norland Industrial Group, I believe that with these few words of advice that I have for you, we are still sitting on, a gold mine yet to be discovered. We are still sitting on a gold mine yet to be discovered. And I can tell you categorically that the future is very bright for all of us. So to God be the glory. And I want to say, long live Norland Industrial Group Limited, long live Norland Nigeria, long live all the amazing distributors and leaders of Norland Industrial Group in Nigeria, and long live Norland Africa.
Wow. That was a fully loaded session, I must say that. We are glad to have you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adja. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, sir. All right, guys. With this, we've come to the end of today's session. Hope you've done the needful. Tag your prospects, your team members, share the video, host watch parties, because someone is definitely waiting for such a moment. Don't forget to join us live on Wednesday, that's 13th of January 2021, for another exciting session. Stay safe, observe your COVID-19 prevention protocols, and have a wonderful day. Bye.